Conservative American Message, hosted by the one and only Cam Lau. It is Monday, September 18th, 2023, and you can join me every week for the greatest political commentary known to man. Jocko Willink said, "That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out. Don't get startled. Don't get frustrated. No. Just look at the issue and say, good." Quick update here on the presidential primary polling. This is all according to Fox News' polls. They have Trump sitting comfortably at 56% of GOP support, while DeSantis trails him by a whopping 37 points at 16%, which follows a declining trend for Ron, who was actually over 20% just months ago. With 11%, Vivek Ramaswamy has doubled his numbers recently. At this point, I'm going to call it on all the rest of the guys. It's barely even worth mentioning DeSantis and Vivek. Trump has already got it in the bag. But I certainly won't waste my breath giving you poll numbers for losers like Mike Pence and Chris Christie. Other losers would include the Minnesota Vikings, who suffered an embarrassing loss this week to the Eagles on Thursday night that involved 4 fumbles from Minnesota. Alexander Mattinson fumbled the ball, which caused him to receive a lot of backlash. The running back claims that he's gotten mean messages on social media, which he's claiming are racist. He was allegedly called racial slurs and told to unalive himself. Now, we can all agree that that's not nice, but there are mean people in this world, and if you're a celebrity, you ought to be able to put up with this, especially for the amount of money these players are making. Mattinson's salary is over $850,000 per year. For half of that, you can call me any slur you want. What I'm trying to get at here is that these celebrities often like to pretend like they're the victims when they are beyond privileged, while at the same time lecturing me and you about how we ought to live our lives. It's just stupid to whine like you have been hurt by the mean words of others when you are making millions to play football for a living. This is how a lot of people are, though, these days. They'll find a problem with anything just so that they can become the victim. And this happens equally with liberals and conservatives. And they do this because they don't want to face reality, that most of the things in their lives suck because of their own fault. If they accepted that fact, they would be forced to take responsibility and work harder to make their life better. But it's far easier to just sit on your couch and complain about how you're being oppressed, whether it's because of your race or by the government or whatever. We all got problems, but you can only control what you can control. The rest is just pointless whining. This is your weekly reminder to follow and subscribe to the Conservative American Message on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, X, Truth Social, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, and everywhere else. And please share this episode with all of your friends so we can keep offending everyone. The impeachment process for Joe Biden has begun, with Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy launching an inquiry into the president's criminal dealings. Multiple committees will start investigating Biden's family business dealings that have all been very sketchy. The White House responded by saying that this is totally baseless and politically motivated, as if each and every Trump indictment is totally legit, let alone when Trump was impeached twice. It is absolutely insane to think that the Democrats are acting like this is the most ridiculous move that they've ever heard of, when they literally played the exact same game only a few years ago. Biden had the audacity to send letters to the major media players urging them to ramp up scrutiny of the impeachment effort. That should be a crime just by itself. Even though this is a move in the right direction, I am afraid that it isn't going to get done in the end. Even if the House miraculously votes to impeach the president, they would still need a 2/3 majority of the Democrat-controlled Senate to convict a president, which has never happened in the history of the United States, with all 4 of the impeachments that have taken place. So even though it's probably going nowhere, it's certainly a step in the right direction, and we love to see it. I know that was a short episode, and I apologize, but when I say that's all I have time for, I seriously mean that's all I have time for. So that's all I have time for this week. Were you offended by this podcast? Good. Thank Thanks for listening, guys. I really appreciate you all. Have a great week and stay conservative.